What's going on, people? KG is back with another video, talking today about Finley Gorman, a highly rated prospect who looks set to be moving to Manchester City. I'll go into reasons why that will happen. Maybe some are obvious, maybe some aren't. I'll let you give me your thoughts as well. Before I get into it, though, please hit a like on the video, subscribe if you haven't subscribed, and of course, drop your comments below. And if you want to become a member of the channel, memberships are in the description. They help me out a great deal. Link is in the description. Now, Finley Gorman, I kind of knew this was on the wall. When I saw him on Rising Ballers page, I thought, oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. The cat's out the bag. Finley Gorman is now going to be known, and he's going to be off somewhere. But listen, obviously, scouts watch the players, as we've seen with Archie Gray being watched by Liverpool currently. But yeah, scouts are always over the hottest talents, and the bigger clubs with the big academies will always look to pick them. You know, that's just the way it is. And before anyone cries foul, we've done it in the past as well to other teams. So what goes around, what comes around, comes back around. Yeah, you know, as Justin Timberlake once said. But with Finley Gorman, I guess some people would wonder, why go to Man City when, you know, it's such a big club? Will you get swallowed up in the system there? Or would you be better staying at Leeds United? But I think there's a couple of pretty obvious reasons why he would have gone. But let me just get the article up. This was from The Athletic yesterday, and it's been covered in many places since. Leeds United youngster Finley Gorman, 15, set to join Manchester City. A seven-figure fee believed to be a British record for a player of his age has been agreed between the Championship club and the Premier League champions. An attacking midfielder, England under 16. He made his England under 16 debut earlier this season when he's still 14 years old. That just shows you the talent and how early these clubs scout these players and want them in their academies if they can get them. He also holds the record of being the youngest player to score twice in the Premier League under 18 fixture at 14 years and 326 days. Incredible. And this last bit here is when I knew that the jig was up. Videos of Gorman in action for Leeds junior teams have gone viral on social media in recent months, with him seen as one of the club's most highly rated prospects. Gorman is still on schoolboy terms with Leeds and won't be eligible for a first professional contract until he turns 17 in September 2025. You're talking nearly 2 years away. And I guess the reasons why. I mean, okay, first of all, it's Manchester City, people. Now, I've seen this reason go around, and I just don't get the correlation. People saying you would have thought you would have learned from Calvin Phillips. It's completely different. It's a completely different way of transfer. The only thing that's similar is that they come from the same club of Leeds United, but otherwise it's a completely different matter. They play in different positions for a start. And I always say this as well, just because it's failed for one player, it doesn't mean that you should think then it's going to fail for you. You should always back yourself and think, you know what, with my talent and the fact that they want me, I think I can eventually break into this team. And it's completely different from Calvin Phillips in terms of warming a bench or what have you. I think that's just very surface level thinking, because otherwise no player would ever move to a bigger club then if that's the case. You know, they would always just say, you know what, I'm probably not going to play there, so you know what, I think I'll stay here. But obviously Finley Gorman is very, very highly rated, and the fact that Manchester City want him speaks volumes. I would think as well, the most obvious one is that his parents, I don't know if he's got both parents or what have you, whoever his guardian is, let's just say, will be very, very well taken care of. And I would also think as well, I just think if I had a kid going to an academy like Man City's, that I would have aftercare. I would have aftercare. I would have all kinds of clauses in his contract to say, if he doesn't make the grade here, then you have a duty to take care of my kid or whatever it is upon release of his contract or whatever it may be. If I'm a parent and I've seen recent examples of history, I mean, there was one from Manchester City that, you know, unfortunately passed away a couple years ago, a friend of Tyrese Dolan's, Jeremy Winston, and he was released without any care, and you know, he didn't think he was going to get back in the game. And unfortunately, you're a youngster at that age. You don't see that you've got your whole life ahead of you, and you know, he's no longer here. And you just think that they will make sure that things like that are taken care of. That's what I would do anyway as a parent. First of all, you've got to also think as well of him looking at the way Manchester City are. They're the biggest club in the world right now. They're the best team in the world with the best manager. You're playing under Pep. You're going to be coached in the school of Pep. So from the senior team to the under 21s to the youth, they will all be trained in a certain way. You see the way Phil Foden plays, you see the way that all these players play when they come through the ranks. And you would have also seen as well the opportunities that have been given to young talent at Man City. Jack Grealish, who was brought in, yes, he was a 100 million asset, but that doesn't mean that you're guaranteed to play. You know, he's made a name for himself. More to the point of youngsters that break through. Rico Lewis being one, and Rico Lewis replaced João Cancelo. You know, João Cancelo was one of the best fullbacks in the league, and for whatever reason they fell out. Whatever happened there, but he didn't then go out and go get Hakimi from PSG. He didn't go out and try and get another, you know, big name right back. He said, "Okay, Rico Lewis, let me see what you've got." Rico Lewis has run with it, and now he's a part of that Manchester City team, big part of it as well. Of course, Phil Foden being the most obvious example, but then you also look at someone like Cole Palmer. I mean, it doesn't get more hotter than Cole Palmer right now. Even though it hasn't worked for him at Manchester City, his profile was that big. He did so well in games that he played, and especially at England level, where Gorman is featuring more internationally known. That got him a move to Chelsea. And now look at Cole Palmer. He's now in the England team. He's been called up to the England squad. Those kind of things will not have gone amiss when Finley Gorman is looking at it going, okay, this is not like Chelsea's academy where they get sent out on loan to Holland every single season for the next 10 years of their career. No, there is actually a pathway into this very expensive Manchester City team. So I can completely understand it from there. And if you also want to look at it back from our point of view about opportunities, I mean, you could say that there's been less. I mean, Archie Gray is obviously the best example of someone that's broken through and made a position in the team his own. Wherever we have to play him, he will play. But then you also just think of recent history of centre backs. This is not even hindsight talking, but was Creswell any worse than Robin Koch, Llorente, or Pascal Struijk in the Premier League, or Liam Cooper? He wasn't, but he didn't get opportunities here to prove it. We just kept going out to buy. You look at also, you know, Somerville early on, even when he had that brilliant game for Wolves, and him and Joe Gelhardt, another one that you would think is going to break through. Their progress was it was stifled here. The progress was stifled. Another one, Bamford, you know, you got even present day example, Mateo Joseph. Yes, he's coming back from injury, but Mateo Joseph should be getting opportunities to prove himself in the championship, but he's not even making the bench. So is the opportunity really there as people are making out like it would be? Obviously, he is an exceptional talent, so the cream does rise to the top, as we say. But you can look at it various ways. And yes, Melier, Struijk, and everyone else like that have got opportunities. But there are other examples where even at Leeds United, we've gone out and bought again and again the wrong profile, the wrong kind of player. And we've just tried again instead of looking to our under 21s team. So it's one of those for me where I don't really buy the opportunity. I probably do think that it's more to do with the financial package and also the opportunity to get into Manchester City's team and become one of the best players in the world. I genuinely believe that it is a combination of those. I don't think it's a slight on Leeds United. And look, Leeds United will be very well compensated when it comes to Finley Gorman. They'll be very well compensated. I don't know what the record figure is, but you got to figure as well, going to a tribunal for me, there's no point. You won't get as much as you will have if you keep a good relationship with Man City and say, well, you know what, we think he's worth this to us. And I'm sure they've negotiated a very, very handsome deal for someone that hasn't even signed professional terms yet. Obviously, we'll see down the road how his progression goes and where he ends up. He looks like he's definitely got he's on a good trajectory. And that's, again, a reason I don't blame him for going Man City. But Leeds United have been well compensated. And that's why I don't believe, even if we was in the Premier League right now, that this move wouldn't have gone ahead. I think that we would have lost him to Man City, even if we was in the Prem. So I don't go on to the people that think that coming down for a reset and us losing players at the same time. I don't go down that road. I think that we would have lost him anyway because it's Manchester City. And that's where I am with Finley Gorman. I'm interested to see your thoughts on it. Let me know what you think. Is he making a mistake, do you think? Or do you understand the reasons why? Pep Guardiola and Manchester City. I mean, I can definitely see it. You know what I mean? I'm a youngster looking at Man City. I'm thinking, I wouldn't mind a bit of that. But listen, people, before I go, please hit a like, subscribe if you haven't subscribed, drop your comments below, and I'll see you in the next video, people. Peace out.